Hello and welcome to this video about the 1973 Chilean coup. On September 11, 1973, Chile experienced a violent coup d'état, led by the military and supported by the United States government. The coup resulted in the overthrow of the democratically elected socialist president, Salvador Allende, and the beginning of a brutal dictatorship that would last for 17 years. The coup was a culmination of a long-standing conflict between the Chilean government and the U.S. government. Since the election of Allende in 1970, the U.S. government had been working to undermine his government, fearing that his socialist policies would threaten American interests in the region. In the months leading up to the coup, the U.S. government provided financial and military support to Chilean opposition groups and encouraged the Chilean military to intervene. On September 11, 1973, General Augusto Pinochet, the head of the Chilean armed forces, led a military coup against Allende's government, which resulted in the president's death. Following the coup, Pinochet established a dictatorship that was marked by violence, repression, and human rights abuses. Thousands of people were arrested, tortured, and killed, and many more were forced into exile. The dictatorship was supported by the U.S. government, which provided military and economic aid to the regime. The coup had a profound impact on Chilean society, and it continues to be a source of controversy and debate today. Some argue that the coup was necessary to prevent a communist takeover of Chile, while others see it as a violation of democratic principles and human rights. In 1990, following years of protests and pressure from the international community, the dictatorship came to an end, and Chile began the long process of transition to democracy. While the country has made significant progress in the decades since the coup, the legacy of the dictatorship remains a contentious issue in Chilean politics and society. In conclusion, the 1973 Chilean coup was a defining moment in the country's history, and its impact is still felt today. It was a tragic example of how political and economic interests can override democratic principles and human rights. It is important to remember the lessons of the past to ensure that such events do not happen again in the future. Thank you for watching.